Welcome back to Real Hair Crimes here on the Babe Hair Extensions YouTube channel. As always, I am your host, Courtney, and I am so excited to have you back for another traffic violation. So if you have no idea what I'm talking about, go back and watch the last 2 episodes because it'll talk all about all the things consultation. And why are we talking so much about consultation? Because the last couple of stories have been not so jail timey. So they're not major offenses, but could have been easily avoided had we had a better consultation. So I'm just kind of taking you back through the steps of consultation as it applies to hair extensions because, I forgot to do that on this story. So once upon a time, I had a client and she had this grown out pixie, but it wasn't quite a bob yet. I don't know if y'all really know all the trends or whatever about hair right now, but there's this thing called a bixie, and it's I'm not a pixie, not yet a bob. It's your Britney moment. And it's kind of that in-between stage, so they're calling it the bixie. But it's not quite as short as a pixie. It's a nice textured look, but it's not quite as long as what we would consider a bob to be. So anyway, so she had about that length of hair, and it was this awesome, cool, funky color. So she had rainbow colors in her hair, and I was super stoked to do this set of extensions because it's super colorful, so fun, and a little bit out of the ordinary for me, anyways. So I was really excited. So we did our consultation. She talked about all the things, we talked about coming in for maintenance, and she's I don't really want to have to do that as often if possible. I'm really busy. And I'm valid. I get that. My mind immediately just went to let's do fusions. For actually a couple of reasons. Maintenance obviously was one of them, because with fusion hair strands, you get a little bit longer of a time frame. You don't have to come in as often to get them moved up. You just kind of wear them for a certain length of time, and then you take them out typically. And so I was thinking, okay, maintenance wise, this would be the best kind of solution for that. But then I was also looking at her hair and thinking, okay, so it's shorter hair, and the mobility, the 360 degree movement of fusions would be just great for this, because when you're trying to blend out those short layers, sometimes they get tricky when you're using a larger piece of extension. So I was thinking, okay, well, that's a no-brainer. And I love fusions. Really love fusions. So, and some of y'all that are hairstylists, extension artists, they'll be oh, fusions? No ma'am, that's too much detailed time work. Not doing it. I am that girl that loves them. So win, right? Or warning. So anyways, I did the install, did the custom coloring and everything, and it was great. Okay. So to the untrained eye, this was epic. It looked awesome. And she was so ecstatic. She's oh my God, my hair's never looked better. It's so great. This is so fun. Thank you so much for doing this. And to me, I was wah, wah. Yeah. So it's just one of those things where, okay, if you're a stylist, you can relate to this. If you're not a stylist, just pay attention, okay? Because this is real life. Stylists get very hung up a lot of times on the things that maybe we could have done better. Okay, so case in point, I looked at it, and though to the untrained eye, it was perfect. It looked so great. To me, I was you put a bowl of spaghetti on her hair and called it a day. What? Who does this? But anyways, so for me, I just thought well, the coverage could have been better. Where did I go wrong? And I'm literally racking my brain for the next couple of days going, geez, what in the world, what could I have done differently? And in some cases, there's nothing really we could have done differently. In this case, we could have done something differently. Okay. And you're thinking, okay, so what is the real, this isn't even a whole hair crime, but what's the problem? What's the offense here, officer? Let me just break it down for you guys. Okay. Basic components of a consultation. One is desired result. We need to know what they expect to be done to their hair at the end of the day. Okay. Desired result. 2 is their commitment to upkeep and maintenance at home. So how often are they going to be coming in, and will they take care of their hair at home? Okay. Then we need to talk about color matching. We've talked about that in the last couple of episodes. Color matching, multiple light sources, multiple colors. In this case, I custom colored, so I cheated. 4 is their method based off of their texture and type of hair. Okay, so we want to choose the right method based off of, do they have thicker hair, coarser hair, finer hair, medium hair. And it goes in far as like density and also diameter, okay? So how much hair is actually like visibly on their head that they can hide the attachment point of the extensions, but then also what does that hair strand feel like? Is it more slippery? Is it coarser? Like what does it feel like? Okay, so texture and type. And then also the fifth one is the amount of hair needed, okay? I had 3 out of the 5 completely nailed. The last 2, maybe not so much. So my mind, I guess, this is the only thing that I really can think of because it was so long ago. So the only thing I can really think of that like really I was excited to do was like the maintenance level. She's like, I just don't want to have to come in all the time and get them moved up. And I was like, valid, like who really has time for that? So I think I was just like stuck on that. Like, I guess like that's really what and I love fusions. But I think I was just stuck on the whole like maintenance. She didn't want to come in and I was like, that's fine. We can work with this. Like I'm cool with that. Now, fusions are a solid choice for a lot of things. But in this case, it was maybe not the best choice. So while it worked, it was fine. It could have been maybe better. I know it would have been better. Had I done a combination method, like a tape in a fusion or like a sewn in weft in a fusion, something like that. So I still wanted the fusions in there because again, mobility, blending out the short layered parts of her hair, that would have been so great. But I think for the bulk of the hair, like the density in the back where we're always a little bit like thicker, I think the tape-ins or a sewn-in weft would have been a much better option. So was it horrible? No. Was it a whole like problem? Absolutely not. But had I gone back and really spent more time with that consultation and really kind of honed into what her hair texture and type actually was, I think I would have been able to make a more educated choice. Now, and with that, like I always add extra packages of hair, but in this case, again, single strands are like a dichotomy. They're great because, single strands allow you for a lot of room of flexibility, a lot of room for like different things, volume, color solutions, all of those great things. But when we're really dealing with like filling in a lot of hair, I think sometimes single strands just get like stringy almost looking inside the hairstyle. So I kind of went in like thinking, okay, this would be great. It's fine. Like I wear fusions all the time and I have like a lot of hair, so it wouldn't have been a big deal. And it really kind of wasn't, but at the end result, the fusion strands would have been a better fit with tape in or sewn in. So if you're a stylist and you want to learn more about babe hair, go to Babe Hair. If you want to know more about babe hair extensions, go to babehairextensions.com. And you'll see our Solutions Academy as well as all things babe for hair, tools, all of those things. If you're a non-stylist and you just want more babe content because it's fun, head on over to our Instagram and our TikTok at Babe Hair for more laughs and learns. And as always, what crimes will we come up with next? You'll have to wait and see. And we've got some good ones coming up. So hang in there with us. We're getting closer and closer and closer to Thanksgiving, Christmas, all of the things. So we have a lot of crazy things coming up for you guys. So don't forget to comment. Not comment, comment. Comment's coming. He'll have his day. But comment, because we have a cool giveaway that we're going to be doing in the month of December. So don't forget to leave us a note. What do you love most about Real Hair Crimes? Okay? Until next time, we'll see you later.